Hey, what's up guys? J-Wink is here after a little bit of a not so long hiatus, but hey, I'm back again, and this is what came out Friday. That's right, Marvel's The Defenders. Yes, on the 18th of August, which is probably Netflix's most highly anticipated thing like ever. The Defenders came out, and I wanted to watch it a couple times first because when I watched it the first time, I watched it to kind of just get the story done, and just say like, yeah, I saw it and I've, got it, everything. But then I think I had to rewatch it again because I really wanted to pick some things up just in case if I did miss it my first time. So I took it slower. I still finished in like a day, but yeah, it was in my opinion probably it's one of the best things Marvel has ever made. I know a lot of people are criticizing it and saying it's not so good, but I think it was pretty fun and it was really awesome. So let's start with the positives. The story was good. I think some of the things at the hand, like the last thing at the end, was kind of shaky, but because we've been talking about this giant war that's going to happen, and it wasn't really that much of a war, I'd say, because it didn't feel like whatever the hand was fighting over, it didn't feel like that would, create a war or anything, but, I guess whatever. But I really did like how the characters actually all came to their, got it brought in, and the reasons that brought them in to the Defenders, and how they all met up with each other. Like when Jessica Jones and Daredevil and Luke Cage and Iron Fist, when they have their own 4 storylines and then they combine together, that's awesome. And yes, the first 2 episodes are probably the weakest because those are like those are the filler, those are the giving the explanation and, setting up where everybody's been, setting up the villain and getting everything, taken care of. And, we needed that because some of these characters we haven't seen in a while. The latest characters that we've seen was Iron Fist and Colleen Wing, and that was about it. We haven't seen where Luke has been. We haven't seen where Jessica's been. We haven't seen where Matt has been, and there's a lot that has been missed. And I think that if you haven't seen the other shows, but besides Daredevil, I think it's very essential to see Daredevil before you see these, because if not, you're gonna be very confused. But I don't think the other shows you really need to watch, but I think Daredevil and Daredevil Season 2 you need to watch because those really are setting up for what's in the Defenders. And the other shows are acknowledged pretty much in the Defenders' first few episodes, so you kind of know where they've been, what's been going on, and who they are, and all that sort of stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool. But I really did enjoy, like I said, all the characters. They were all awesome, phenomenal. I love Charlie Cox as Daredevil. I love Christian Ritter as Jessica Jones, and Mike Coulter as Luke Cage. Finn Jones as Danny Rand, Iron Fist. Yes, probably a lot of you don't like him, but I do. I think he's all right. I like him for who he is, and the characters, all right in my opinion. But and I really do like what Finn Jones does, so even though sometimes I can understand why, but it's really better with his interaction when he interacts with the Defenders, when he is at his best, I think. I think the standout from the show is Jessica Jones, because Christian Ritter does such an amazing job of just being throwing shade at everybody, because she is so funny, and what Jessica Jones says is funny, and it's just hilarious because she is this dark character, and she'll still throw that stuff in, and like I said, she was probably the funniest and probably a real big standout of the show. But of course, my favorite character, of course, was Daredevil. Matt Murdock and Daredevil have been my favorite characters ever since, the first season came out, because they really did an awesome job of setting his character up, and his seasons are the best in my opinion, and they are like the best because you have to see them to go see the Defenders, and you really have to it was hard because they had to make that character a certain way, and they do, and it's really amazing because he is not the same person as he was at the end of season 2, you know? And so it's really cool to see him at this all-time low. I don't really want to talk about it, because if you guys haven't like been watching the trailers or the featurettes or anything, or been staying like away from everything, that's fine. I don't want to spoil it for you, but I think they did an amazing job with his character, and the finale was amazing for him, and I really did like it. And I read in like an interview a while ago that after the Defenders, everybody's going to change. And yeah, that's true. Everybody is going to be changed. And when you really see that in like the last 20 minutes of the final episode, and it's good, because I don't want them to be in the same places that they were at the beginning of the show. I want to see them grow and kind of have an arc a little bit more, because that's kind of the point of having these longer TV shows. So then you can show, you know, this over the progression over time, what has happened and what has changed and what events made them change. So I think that was really cool. And I really am looking forward to Iron Fist Season 2, Jessica Jones Season 2, Luke Cage Season 2, but of course, Daredevil Season 3. I'm really looking forward to them. Hopefully we get a Defenders 2, but I wouldn't... This is probably going to be a really bad thing to say, but it wouldn't bother me if we didn't get a Defenders 2. Because, I think it would be cool if they just did it for like a one-time thing. That'd be cool. But I think it is inevitable that we will get a Season 2, and I'm not going to complain, because I think it could be really cool and really awesome. And I'm going to, hopefully, in the next few shows, we see more crossovers between the characters. But, that's a video for another time. But, yeah, I really did like all the characters there. I liked the side characters especially. And it was cool to see some of them come back that haven't been there for a while. And it was cool to see them all interact together. All the side characters interact. Not just the main heroes, but the side characters. And then the side characters with the heroes. So I thought that was really cool. And there are a lot of, I think, serious moments. And a lot of, like, some good sad moments too, in my opinion. And a lot of questioning moments too, that's for sure. Like, especially in the finale. But, so let's talk about the villains. The Hand / Alexandra, I think they did, Sigourney Weaver did an amazing job as Alexandra. She was really cool. She was, not a really, she wasn't a bad villain, but she wasn't like a villain who is like a lot of the MCU movies, who is just like, you know what, I'm just a bad person, so I'm gonna unleash this terror now. No, she is going through something, and she doesn't want to go through it, so she needs to move her plans to, you know, and they need to go faster, so then it's not so much of a problem. And I really did like that, and it was really cool to see Elektra come back as well. And Elektra was really cool, and it was really an interesting dynamic between her and Matt, and then Matt with the rest of the team. That was really cool. I compared it to, like, the Avengers, and plus Bucky, you know, plus the Winter Soldier. And it was cool to see that, you know, those two mold together, because those are one of the two favorite MCU movies ever. Like, some of the biggest ones ever. And, you know, they just did it with such, I think they did it in an amazing way. And I really did love how the team just interacted together. It takes a while, so about the third episode is when that happens. It's when things really start to get together. But like the fourth episode is when they all like are sitting down talking and everything. And I think that's really where the show shines. When these four characters are just interacting with each other. I think they all have great chemistry. They all play off each other very well. And it was hard to see them, like, not, you know, it's going to be hard for me to see them not come back, you know, for their next couple seasons to not be with each other. And there's a lot of big suspenseful things in this show. And there's a lot of cool comic book things, too, if you notice. I'm not going to really spoil it. Hopefully, eventually, I'll talk about it a little bit more. Sorry. Yeah. The show was really cool. I liked the villain. I loved the heroes being together for the first time. I think this show is definitely on par with Daredevil Season 2, because Daredevil Season 2 has been my favorite Netflix thing, that's my top tier favorite. But, I really start to think, like, you know, is this good? Is this, you know, is it better? But, I think it's, just, like, on the same level, or, you know, I'm not gonna, like, say one's better or the other, but, they each have their strengths and weaknesses, and a lot of people were like, yes, we need more Defenders, we need more of, why was it just 8 episodes? I think 8 episodes was the perfect number, you know, because you didn't want, because I didn't want it to get drawn out for so long. And yes, I would have loved to have seen a little bit more of certain characters, but 8 episodes was fine. I really enjoyed 8 episodes. I think it doesn't, affect the story any. The story still, it takes its time, and we keep moving along very swiftly, and it's good. It works, it moves good. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna give this 5 out of 5 wings. Definitely an awesome thing. And yeah, I've been talking with a couple of friends of mine, and we are probably going to be doing like kind of a movie fights thing with a lot of the MCU stuff and maybe some Star Wars stuff, but mainly MCU for right now. But and hopefully we'll get some of those recorded and we'll get them up, because I definitely want you guys to see that, and I want you to get on in the discussion. So yeah, guys, tell me what you guys thought of the Defenders. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comment section below. If you have not already, please hit that subscribe button and hit the like. And if you like what you've seen here, just click subscribe. But yeah, guys, I think that's about it. So I'm J-Rick, and I'm looking out. I'll see you guys later.